Niner fans, so good to talk to you again this week as we get to celebrate another win. It's 4-2 going into week number 7. And yes, they did it to me again. I don't know about you, but at the beginning of that game, what did you think was going to transpire? Okay, I thought wrong and I'll never do it again. But I thought we were heading for another beatdown. It scared me so bad. The Rams looked like they were ready to play. They looked serious. They were taking the Niners to task. Oh, it was ugly. And then suddenly reality set forth. And the fact that the Rams suck started taking over. And we win. I promise not to doubt the Niners again this year. So help me, Ronbo. Seriously, okay? Because I don't know why they got to start out like that. Hopefully they'll stop doing that sometime soon. Wasn't it nice too? It was like the night before Christmas. You know those particular Christmas when you open your gifts? Well, the night before. Sunday, watching the Seahawks and the Cowboys. Was that a wonderful thing? Or it was like opening up a present early. You open up the box and you pull out a Seahawk beatdown. Oh, and not only that, it was not in Dallas. It was in Seattle. Oh, that's like sugar all over it. Beat the Seahawks down with their 12th man watching and crying all at the same time. It doesn't get any better than that. And the standings. Now look at the standings. The ones number 1 Hawks are now Arizona number 1. Number 2, it's us. And number 3, the Mermaids, the Sea Ladies. I ain't gonna get enough of this. Okay, I need to stop teasing. Let's talk about football. Now, the Arizona Cardinals, right now, they're playing the Raiders this week. It's not a gimme. The Raiders almost beat San Diego. They gave San Diego all they could handle last week, which means new management and new coaching is making a difference. It's not a gimme. They could lose this weekend, but that's no big deal. Let them win this weekend because in the next 2 weeks, they've got to deal with the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles, who are playing very, very well right now. So therefore, let's just wait. Let's just wait. And also, Colin Kaepernick. He looked like the Colin Kaepernick that I used to love so much. Colin, thank you for returning. I got to tell you the truth. The last 3 weeks, the last week was a little better, but all I could think about was the Slim Shady song. As Cappy would be out there, and all I could think about was, will the real Colin Kaepernick please stand up? Please stand up. Will the real Colin Kaepernick please stand up? Oh, he just did not look sure of himself out there. He was making mistakes. He was throwing INTs. That's not the Cappy. None of those laser passes that we used to see. I was so worried. This weekend, that Cappy that we used to know and love returned. Oh, he was tough. I got to tell you the truth, though, just between you and me. I said I should call the front office anonymously. Well, they don't know. Maybe I just call them. And I'd say, listen, guys, I've got a suggestion. Maybe we could call Buffalo. Let's see if they could use Colin Kaepernick and send them Michael Crabtree, too. We could take E.J. Manuel and Sammy Watkins, some draft picks, and maybe some cash, and call it a day. I'm kidding. Come on, you know I love Colin Kaepernick. We've invested too much time in him. He's a good quarterback. He just needs to focus at times. He'll be okay. Oh, how about Paris Cox this past weekend? Jimmy Ward went down. And already that was bad news. They sent in Chris Cook. Chris is not a strong safety. So what does Parrish do? He slides over to the nickel and takes over like that. He's been playing it every week. He was all over the Rams. He was all over them. They could not do a thing with him. Parrish, Cox, and hey, Dontae Johnson. If you don't know Dontae Johnson, he's the guy at the end of the game that closed that game out. He's the one that took that pass and said, lights out, 49ers, you win. And listen, I've got a problem with this, and hopefully you can help me. What I want you to do, well, let me tell you first what it is. The play of the week. Since Cappy was razor sharp this weekend, that first huge play, my boy Brandon Lloyd scampering down the sideline. First of all, he jocks that defender. I mean, the defender was running after Brandon Lloyd butt naked. Brandon just did a number on him. He takes one ballet-like step into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers, putting them back in the game. And then, of course, the Antoine Bolden strike. Pretty. It was one of those laser-like strikes that we had grown used to from Cappy. He's starting to come back into his own. Beautiful touchdown. And the third play. Oh, Michael Crabtree. That was a vicious crossing pattern. The Rams did not know what to do. They didn't have a clue. Boom! Touchdown 49ers. Oh, God. And with that said, I got to tell you right now, let me give you the player of the week. Who is the MVP? Colin Kaepernick. The nice thing about giving Colin the MVP, this means the whole team was involved. This is why they won with authority. Colin Kaepernick back, looking confident, looking almost cocky back there. One laser strike after another, improvising, making sure. He was gorgeous on this thing. Cappy is back. 343 yards and 3 touchdowns. Thank you, Colin Kaepernick. We needed that. And hopefully that built up some confidence. Because coming in to week 7. Yes, it's the AFC. Denver Broncos. Hey, there ain't no shame in being scared. Denver's tough. And Peyton Manning is but 2 shy of Brett Favre's record for touchdown tosses. He'll be looking to build his reputation on the San Francisco 49ers. No, we cannot have that. He's got to go somewhere else to get that. 49ers have got to do what they can, but it's going to be a tough thing to do. Peyton Manning has a 2-second release. The reason why the Seahawks beat him in the last year's Super Bowl is because they did not give Manning, first of all, they shut down his passing routes, but they didn't give Manning any time to throw the ball. This is how you beat the Denver Broncos. Can it be done? It better be done. Also, we're missing players. You know what? I'm a little concerned about this because the fact of the matter is we're missing Patrick Willis this week due to that injury of last week. Is it asking too much? Patrick Willis is out. Navarro Bowman. They're missing Aldon Smith. We need all those guys when we're talking about the Denver Broncos. Broncos also, from last season's tender as Charmin defense, went out and they have reinforced that defense over the offseason. They are now going into week 7 ranked 5th in the league against the run, which of course the 49ers predicate what they do from what Frankie Gore does. You know what though? I don't care. Well, let's go to Siri. And I know what she's going to say. Siri, what's the point spread between the San Francisco 49ers and the Denver Broncos game coming up next week?
According to my sources, the odds favor the Broncos over the 49ers by 6.5 points.
I had a feeling she was going to say that. But I will keep my head up high and I will keep the faith because I'm always, the 49ers can never do any wrong. Next week, we will be talking upset and we will be talking about the 49ers at 5-2. Book it!